Welcome to OWAD today. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. And today's Chinese utensil is piao. I translate it as a dipper. Google Translate also ladle. I don't agree with ladle because ladle has a big handle over there. Piao is made from a gourd. It's cut in half of the gourd and use the upper side of the gourd, however big that is, as a handle. So the handle is not a distinctive feature of this dipper thing. So, I will show you at the end. Piao is a one common scoop that Chinese use and it's made organically, right? It came from nature. It's from the gourd and it's because Chinese mostly are rice eaters. So to scoop rice from the bigger bag of rice, Chinese use this dipper, this piao. And we also use dipper to use to scoop water to your cooking, right? So this dipper piao is commonly used, and it's related to cooking. So we have the fire here, again, cone shape with two sparkles. That's Chinese abstraction of fire. And then we have a flat cooking surface. You may view it as the countertop or stove top of today's kitchen. And then we have this almost like a bottle thing with a lid. Okay, even if it looks like this shape, it could be because of the space constraint. So the original figure got distorted into kind of shrinking down, narrow down. But based on the structure of it, it means double hand of somebody else's hand that's reaching from top of the string. So we have hand symbol, 3-finger hand symbol, reaching from the bottom of the screen would be your first person perspective hand, your hands in there. And here are 3 fingers that kind of reaching from top of the screen. That's somebody else's hand, others' hand. And then we have a cooking utensil in there. So you as the observer here is like, it's not your cooking, somebody else is working over the stove to cook above the fire. So that's almost like a kitchen scene. And I would argue because Chinese language mostly created by man, spread among man and consumed by man, used by man mostly, women in ancient society for the most part, unless they're from the upper class that they don't have to do work. They have a whole household of servants to them, so how to spend their leisure time to read. Unless people from that background, women may get educated to become literate. For the most part, Chinese culture throughout history, language, written language, reading and writing, mostly for men. So I would argue in this sense, it's almost like man looking at somebody else working in the kitchen. It's not his hand. Most likely it's a woman's hand handling that. So, okay, no other deeper reading than that. So it's a kitchen thing, okay? Now, the right side is gua. That's a callback to the dipper's origin. It came from a gourd. So gourd is a type of melon that we use the shell of the melon to be the structure of the scoop. So this is kind of a shelf, if you may. So kind of a shelf, and then we have this melon dropping, like dangling over there. That's a Chinese abstraction of a melon. So here, this is the melon for cooking. The image of kitchen scene and the melon, the source of this thing, combined together of the material or where it came from, and then the application, what it is being used for in the kitchen. And just from that, people can deduce, oh, that means piao, all right, dipper. We have 棒打瓢狍子瓢舀鱼. Okay. This used to be the one most famous line from history, I guess, regional history book from northeast of China, known as Manchuria to the outside world. That's the northeast part of China. That's 1 year per season. So it takes a full year to grow one season crop. And over there, before the center part of China, which is the language creator user, the main cultural center of China from the Yellow River region, which is kind of equivalent of, I don't know, the altitude. But it's not that cold, okay? Manchuria in relative is way colder than the middle part of the cultural user of that. So somebody described how pristine that land was because it was underpopulated. Because of the weather, it's so cold. So it was almost like inhabitable or unpleasant to live in before the industrial age, for certain. And when people go there, they will find the land is so rich, was so rich, that if you throw out a stick, you're going to hit a pause. It's a type of wild animal for like running animal. I never get to see one. And 瓢舀鱼. So if you use the dipper, if you dip the dipper into a stream, you're going to hit on a fish. You can just scoop a fish from the river over there. So that gives you, maybe it's an exaggeration, but that gives you how effortlessly you can go hunt or fish in that part of China, Manchuria, before it was populated by the people from middle part of China over there. So my family also like moved from middle part of China, kind of closer to the cultural center and out to the Manchuria region that, the scene it described is before me. I never get to see this rich, pristine, natural, wild part of Manchuria that's gone when I was born. Okay, 开瓢, and we have to add the sound after it. And if you see this, it's northern part of a dialect because southern China, people cannot pronounce this sound. 开瓢, if we say that actually means somebody's head split. So I know English will have ear splitting, but this 瓢 actually talks about head splitting moment. So I don't know why that made into the language, as if that's some common occurrence. Me personally, in my lifetime, never get to see somebody have a head splitting moment. But we have such expression. 开瓢 means somebody's head was knocked open. Okay, 瓢虫 means ladybug, and 虫 we talked before can be a bug or a worm, soft body or shell body, and 瓢 probably because of the shape, the gourd shape, half dome shape that we describe ladybug with by the shape. Okay, so there you go. That's how a 瓢 looks like. And me, I have a personal collection of. This is a 瓢. So this came from the gourd, and we use it to scoop flour, rice, water, all kinds. You can use it. And it's an heirloom for me. It's from my parents, brought from China. And I'm holding on to it, put it as my wall decoration, and as part of my memory of my current connection to the root. So I'm glad to show you this. That's the Chinese dipper. 瓢. Thank you for your time. See you another day.